Hello students, in this naming of compounds video 4, we are going to learn about how to name or how to write the formulas for covalent compounds. Covalent compounds consist of two nonmetals. The bonding between nonmetal and nonmetal is called covalent bonding. Such compounds are called covalent compounds. So now we'll see what are the rules when you name the covalent compounds. So when you have two nonmetals, you might be having a question. Which nonmetal comes first? Which nonmetal goes next? So here is the answer. If when you have two nonmetals, the element with the smaller group number goes first. Say for example, if you have carbon and if you have oxygen, which one will go first? Obviously, carbon goes first because carbon has smaller group number. Carbon is in group number 14. Oxygen is in group number 16. So which one goes first? Carbon goes first always when you write the compounds, and oxygen comes next. The exception is oxygen halogen compounds. Okay, come to the second point. What if both elements are in the same group? So when you have the two nonmetals from the same group, which one will go first? Okay, so for example, um, let's take okay, group 17. So in group 17, you have fluorine and you have chlorine and you have bromine, like that, right? So if two nonmetals are from the same group, which one will go first? The one with the larger period number. Say let's take fluorine and chlorine. Fluorine, period number for fluorine is 2 and period number for chlorine is 3. So that means chlorine comes first. Chlorine with larger period number comes first and fluorine comes second. So don't get confused. One more time. If two nonmetals are in the different groups, the smaller one comes first, smaller group number comes first. But what if both nonmetals are in the same group? That time the larger period number, the element with larger period number comes first. And like the third point, like in ionic compounds, the second element ends with IDE, like fluoride, chloride, bromide, iodide, like that. Then the fourth point, this is completely different. A Greek numerical prefix you will be using for both first name and the last name. So Greek numerical prefix is added to both names to indicate how many number of atoms are there for each element. Okay, so what is Greek numerical prefix? Have you heard about like mono, di, tri, tetra, hexa? All these are called Greek numerical prefix. So you will write these prefixes before the first name and the last name to let us know like how many of those elements are present. And it will be so clear when we see some examples. Okay. So in the next slide, I'm going to show you the Greek numerical prefix. Make sure you note it down. So you have to remember this. So if it is 1, the prefix is mono. If it is 2, for number 2, di. And number 3, tri. See tricycle, triangle, 4 sides, right? Then 4 means tetra. Tetrahedron means that is 4 faces, 4 sides. Then pentagon. Pentagon, how many shapes in pentagon? 5 shapes, 5 sides. And hexagon means 6 sides. Heptagon means 7, octagon 8, nona 9, and deca 10. So you have to practice this. Mono, di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa, hepta, octa, nona, deca. Now we will see some examples. So, example. So first one is sulfur. See, always the first element comes with the same thing as you see in the periodic table. And how many sulfur? Only one sulfur. But do you remember the exception we saw in the previous slide? You don't have to use the prefix mono. Let me go back to the first slide. You don't have to use the prefix mono for the first element when there is only one element is there. So exception is mono is usually not included for the first element name. So you will use mono only for the second element. So I wanna insist this before I go over the first example. So first name is sulfur. So only one sulfur, and again you don't have to write monosulfur, so just sulfur. And how many oxide? There are two oxide. So two is di, so dioxide. So sulfur dioxide. Then second example, first element is carbon. Then second element is oxide. So how many oxide? Only one. So monoxide. See, when you write mono plus oxide, see, mono, just I'm rewriting that. Mono plus oxide. You just take down the O because there are two O's are coming right in between in mono and oxide. So just take down one O and write monoxide. We can cut down this. See, monoxide. Then dihydrogen oxide. Common name water. Right? Either you can write dihydrogen monoxide or simply write oxide. It means there is only one. We will see more examples in the next slide. See, this is carbon. Again, you don't have to write monocarbon. Carbon dioxide. Then nitrogen. So first name is nitrogen. So how many nitrogen? Two nitrogen. So that means dinitrogen. Then oxygen. So oxide. How many oxide? 5. So pentoxide. Do you remember the A? It's a penta plus oxide. And when you merge these two words, you have to eliminate, you have to omit the A. So it comes pentoxide. And more examples. See, look at this one, sulfur hexafluoride. Then second example, nitrogen tri, three means tri means 3, trifluoride. Then the next one, there are 2 nitrogen, so write dinitrogen. There are 4 oxide, so tetroxide. Do you remember like pentoxide? I said you have to omit the A. So you have to omit the A for tetra also. You don't write tetraoxide, just tetroxide. Then phosphorus, how many phosphorus? 4. So that means tetraphosphorus. And how many sulfide? 10. So 10, deca means 10, so decasulfide. This is so easy, right? When compared to ionic compounds. I know you would say that. Now you try. So what is the answer? That is carbon tetrahydride. Okay, now you try for these 3. Pause the video and write it on your paper. Okay, now you ready for the answers? First one, carbon monoxide. And second one, PCl3, phosphorus trichloride. And the third one, CI4, That is carbon tetraiodide. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. Now we are doing the reverse. So now the names are given. You have to write the formulas. So phosphorus trichloride. So when it says simply phosphorus, so that is only one phosphorus P. Then tri means three. What is three? Chloride. So Cl3. Okay, now we'll go over this and you can volunteer to answer this. So tri nitrogen. So how do you write tri nitrogen? Tri means how many? Three. So symbol for nitrogen is N. So N3. Okay. Second one, dinitrogen. So di means two. So two nitrogen. Monosulfide. So only one sulfide. I don't have to write the one. And carbon tetrachloride. So only one carbon. Tetra means four. So tetrachloride means there are four chloride. CCl4. Then nitrogen, only one nitrogen, tribromide. So that means tri means three. So there are three bromide. And the last one, silicon tetrabromide. So symbol for silicon is Si. There is only one silicon. And tetrabromide. So that means Br. Tetra means four. Now we did this together. Now I'm expecting you people try these problems. So take few minutes and use the Greek prefixes, Greek numeral prefixes to write the right names. So pause the video, try, then we will check our answers and we will see how many answers we got correct. We have correct. I'm sure you will be getting 9 out of 9. Okay, here you go. The answers. Ready to check the answers? Better you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will be easy to check. So first one, dinitrogen tetroxide, sulfur trioxide, third one, nitrogen monoxide, fourth one, nitrogen dioxide. So go over everything, 1 through 9, and let me know if I have some different answers than yours. We will go over the answer. Okay, isn't it easy? Hope this recording helps. Let me know if you have any questions.